Hi guys, and look what we're lucky enough to have got our hands on today. This is one of the Sinn 556 limited edition colour models. Now, these were released back in April of this year, and to be fair, they sold out like hotcakes. There's 4 different colours, and with each colour there is 400 available. And to be fair, even this one I am holding here has already sold. And I say they really are, at the moment with Sinn, very desirable. So before I get too far into review, I've got to say a really big thank you to Ryan and the team over at Francis Gaye for allowing me to review this watch. I've said it so many times, they've got so much stock there. It really is a good shop to go in and actually get your hands on some watches and try them on the wrist. If you can't make it to the shop, then feel free to give Ryan or one of the members of Team Bear a call. I dare say they'll get you a watch sent out to you ASAP. So anyway, here we go. Check it out. These have been incredibly hard to get your hands on. But I say, I'm lucky enough to have got this just for a very short time, really, just to be able to review. Now, normally I don't like to only have a watch for a limited time, but to be fair, I know the 556 really well. I've owned 2, I still own 1. And this is rather nice, and it just look at those applied markers. Now, first things first, sizes. We're talking 38.5 by a thickness of only 11 millimeters and a lug-to-lug of 45 millimeters and a bandwidth of 20 mil. It really does sit on the wrist well. I've got a 7¼ inch wrist, and I wear my 556 a lot as it just simply looks gorgeous. Now, let's face it, the dial is everything on it. So let's have a zoom in there and just check that out. Doesn't that look cool? They've gone for a kind of textured dial rather than a gloss like you'd expect a lot of the companies to do. They have gone for a real kind of almost like, yeah, say it's just got a little bit of texture to it, and it looks rather cool. You have these applied markers, and with the shadow, you get a little bit of shadowing against the dial. It gives it a lot more depth, and I think it does look really good. The hands themselves, incredibly well polished. You do have a decent amount of lume on this watch as well, and I just think the dial just looks, it really does make the watch stand out. I love the white text at the top, just nice, simple. Sinn, automatic at the bottom, and right down below, made in Germany. I just think it's one of these where less is more kind of. A lot of watches these days, you see a lot of writing on the dial, too much text really, and sometimes it can subtract to simply how appealing the dial is. Sometimes I find that is the case. Now, as we come out from this dial, we've got just this fantastic solid case, very sort of like an engineered approach to it. It is just a non-nonsense kind of looking case, very solid, very sturdy feeling, and it just works. I think as we come around here, you can see we have drilled lugs, which makes it a lot easier to change the strap or bracelet or whatever you desire to put on this watch. And we've got here our nice screw down crown. It is signed. Now let's actually screw it out and see how much thread you've got there. Still going. There we go. It's just popped now. So you've got actually a really decent amount of thread on there. Now, after all, this watch, even though it isn't actually a diver, it still has 200 meters of water resistancy. So this watch is really solid. I know quite a few dive watches which don't have that much water resistance. Plus, it's anti-magnetic. And I want to ask, it's low pressure tested as well, this one. Now, as we flip it around, and there we have the back, we have a nice display case, and you can see the movement in there. The movement itself is a Sellita SW200, 200/1. Now, it is a top grade. I had this on the time grapher earlier. I think it was about 3.5 seconds a day. I think it was showing good amplitude, and it's just a solid movement. You can really get these movements really dialed in to almost zero. They are really good. I say Sinn don't specify their movements as chronometer spec, but they always are. Every time I've put one on Time Grapher, these always come in within chronometer specifications. And I like the fact that you can see here we have blued screws. It's that little level of detail which just sort of like, I think, elevate the brand up that little bit more over some others. Now, another thing we have on this special edition, we have this canvas style strap. Now, I wasn't expecting this when I first got the watch. I thought it'd be quite thin, but as you can see, it is actually quite a chunky strap. I reckon that's about, I don't know, I'm saying 3 to maybe even a tad bit more. Yeah, 3.5 mil, maybe 3.7 even. So it really is a very solid strap you have there. And it really does kind of, yeah, it fits the watch. We also have the butterfly clasp on the back there. Let me zoom out and we'll try it on our wrist. Now, as I've said before, my wrist size 7.25. Quick wrist check. I'm wearing a Panerai 177. Bob's got on a Seiko. So let's put this on. Now, first of all, I've got to sort this out. So how you work this, you can see here, when it's closed, it's like this, but you can just press and lift it open. And then you put the watch clasp in like this. The watch clasp, sorry, strap. And then you line up the holes and simply press. And there you go. I don't know if that's the right size, but we'll try anyway. So first of all, it's fold over this and it locks in. And then we can fold it over here. That would go in there, but I'm just doing it for the purpose of the video. And let me just move that away. Move that keeper a bit further down. And it gives you an idea how it looks on my wrist. Here we go. There we go. And it does look kind of funky and cool, doesn't it? Yeah, whoever's been lucky enough to get hold of these, well done, because they have been really hard watches to get hold of. Another thing to be aware of is obviously you don't have to have it on this strap. You can change the strap, or you can put like the H-link style which comes on the other Sinn 556s. So that is also available to you. You can also change a strap for a fine link or something like that. But overall, it's a real kind of a funky looking watch. The colour does really shine. It's one of these, it looks better in natural sunlight than it does on the lights I have here. But anyway, there you go. That's my little review of the new Sinn limited edition. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked my video, please like and subscribe because it enables me to get like videos like this out to you guys. And at the end of the day, stay safe, guys. All the best. Take care. Bye.